Hey guys, what's up? Kyle here. I really was not gonna talk about this because I just didn't care to. But I'm seeing a lot of people talking about it, and the more I'm seeing other people talk about it, and then it makes me think back and looking back on it, it kind of ticks me off. Because when TNA does something right for a change, they take 5 steps freaking back. Not 2 steps back, not 3 steps back, but 5 steps back. Are you serious? Really? Okay. Now for the past, maybe not even weeks, but it's only been like 1 week, really. TNA put this thing, hashtag August 1st warning thing. This mystery opponent talking about he's not Goldberg, but if he did face Goldberg, he'll knock him out. He's beat this person and that person, da 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 da, whatever. I didn't really care about this because, to me, TNA have done so many vignettes and surprises of guess who's going to come on the roster, this, that, and that, and the other, and they've always been disappointments. All of them have been disappointments. The only one that was a surprise was Rob Van Dam to me. Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy, when Jeff Hardy made his special appearance on that January 4th edition of Impact. But other than that, really, every time they always do these little mysterious guess who's coming to TNA, it always bombs. And I wasn't excited about this at all. I wasn't excited. First person I thought who it may have been was maybe Davey Richards, because I know Davey Richards' contract was up with Ring of Honor August 1st, which was yesterday. No word if he's renewed the contract with the company or anything else. Others say he may go to WWE, because I know right now he's doing some other independent stuff on the circuit like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it could be him, but I doubt it. Anyway, guess who they get? It's not a wrestler. It's not a WWE reject. It's an MMA reject. Tito Ortiz. Really? Freaking Tito Ortiz. Who is Tito Ortiz? He is another MMA, well, he was a retired MMA fighter. He's now coming out of retirement. But this explains why TNA didn't cut like 20 people in the past 2 weeks. Because those people that they were cutting was so that they could save up some money to obviously pay Tito Ortiz. What the fudge, TNA? Are you serious? Tito Ortiz. Didn't I just not make a video like last week about my frustration with TNA? And one of the things they need to stop doing is taking in these freaking MMA fighters. It ain't working. This makes the fifth MMA guy they've hired onto their roster. If it didn't work the first 4 times, why are you trying the 5th time? It's not working. It's not gonna. MMA fighters into the wrestling world, cross promotion, it doesn't work. Maybe they think because when Brock Lesnar came out, that was how that was successful. Here's the difference in Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar already had a solid career from professional wrestling, went to UFC, took them on, and then came back. The only reason why fans were excited for Brock Lesnar was because he already had a fan base, he already had an establishment in WWE. He was a former top WWE star. So by him coming off the heels from UFC, everyone was belated. Hey, Brock Lesnar, you're back. Come back home. But to have a pure MMA fighter come right into professional wrestling and really not, how should I say, work wrestling full-time, but kind of be a hybrid of doing both wrestling and MMA, wrestling fans don't care about that. They really don't. It was cool when Brock Lesnar did it the first year. He came back 2 years ago. But fans, after a while, started to bitch a little bit, and still do now, because we're like, we don't want the MMA fighter Brock Lesnar. This is wrestling. We want the wrestling Brock Lesnar, not the fighter. Saying all this to say, what purpose does Tito Ortiz serves? The dude has been retired for years, okay? He's past his prime, like Rampage Jackson. These guys were only at the top of the food chain in the early years of UFC, okay? They come to Bellator. If you come to Bellator, that's fine. Fine, whatever. You want to come out of retirement, you go to Bellator. But why the hell, TNA, do you feel the necessary need to bring him into TNA? You've got King Mo. King Mo has done nothing, and they're probably paying him. And he hasn't done anything other than that one appearance he made at Bound for Glory. And I'm pretty sure TNA are still paying King Mo money, and he hasn't done diddly squat. I bet you. So what's the purpose in this? It's just I'm not even sure if Bound for Glory is going to be good this year. I was excited for Bound for Glory, early in the summer because you had the Bound for Glory series was coming up. Bully Ray was the champion, despite his faction being sucky and them dragging the product down. I was just glad that Bully Ray was champion. I enjoyed Bully Ray as world champion. And, AJ Styles, a little bit changing his character. I was excited for Bound for Glory. But you look at the dang thing now, the Bound for Glory series is barely even a focus on the product anymore. They're so busy doing all this, cutting all these people from their roster, making new championship belts that look like WWE belts, which, by the way, they're going to make new tag team belts. So don't be surprised if those look like some old WWE belts, too. Spending extra money that they don't need of making new championship belts, bringing in former MMA fighters into the promotion. It's TNA is shit right now. They are shit right now. They got people kind of pissed off and upset when they took the belt off of Bully to put it on Chris Sabin. Now you hire freaking Tito Ortiz? Are you serious, bro? Really? If he wants to come out of retirement, let him just go to Bellator and just let him stay in Bellator. And the stupid thing is about it is that Ortiz and Rampage Jackson have like a match. Their first fight in Bellator, I think one of Bellator's pay-per-views, coming November 2nd. This is what's funny because TNA are so stupid. They don't know. It's like they're promoting for Bellator. It's like they don't even know it. Like, are you looking at what you're doing? I mean, yeah, sure, you have a cross-promotion business thing, but Bellator hasn't done shit in promoting your product or helping promote your product at all. But yet you're bringing in their fighters, you're paying their fighters, and they're probably going to even mention too. Obviously, they're going to mention the pay-per-view when it comes November 2nd. They're going to probably promote that more than they do their own pay-per-view, Bound for Glory. You stupid idiots! Don't you? They're freaking. Bellator is taking advantage of TNA, and TNA are just sitting there like, oh, just go ahead, we'll take your fighters and promote your pay-per-view on our show, Bellator MMA. And I like Bellator. I have nothing against Bellator, but it's just the stupidity that is TNA. Like, you don't see this. I mean, for TNA to be the second largest wrestling company in North America, they should not be doing this. TNA is like, they're on a slippery slope, and they just keep going down, further down the freaking ladder. I'm sorry if I'm sound like a male chauvinist. Dixie does not know how to run a wrestling company. I don't think a woman needs to run a wrestling company. I'm sorry. Stephanie McMahon can run a wrestling company. It's different for her because she was born and brought up in the wrestling business, so she has her father's mindset and how a business ran. I can trust Stephanie to run WWE 3 times over before I would trust Dixie Carter to run TNA that she's running right now. Dixie Carter does not know how to run a damn wrestling business. She lets everyone take advantage of her. She doesn't want to fire anybody. She wants to be everybody's friend. She keeps, this is frustrating. This is frustrating. Not as a TNA mark, but as a wrestling fan. This is frustrating because it's like, I want you to do better because I want more options in wrestling. But you keep shitting over yourselves. And it's like, are you serious? Really? I said it once, I said it again. If you want some dang freaking talent, go scout Ring of Honor. They got a ton of good stars you can take that you can afford to take. And they're not doing it. Instead of getting some fresh new talent from Ring of Honor, getting the Briscoes, the Davey Richards, the Eddie Edwards, the Michael Elgins, they're sitting on their asses and on their hands being a freaking retirement home for WWE guys that couldn't cut it in the big leagues. And now they're retirement home for past their prime UFC rejects. What the hell are you doing, TNA? You're not gonna last. Keep it. Ring of Honor's in a better condition than TNA. I mean, literally, Ring of Honor's in a better position than TNA, and that's kind of sad when you consider the pecking order in wrestling today. You get WWE at the top, you have TNA in second, and Ring of Honor's kind of like third. Everything else just kind of falls under ROH. I mean, you think about the money, the TV deals. TNA has a lot of better financial positions compared to ROH, but yet they're doing worse than ROH. That's kind of half-ass backwards. That's like saying, I don't know. I just this with Tito Ortiz, he's gonna make some appearance to Bound for Glory. They've killed Bound for Glory for me. I'm not even excited for Bound for Glory anymore. I mean, they first have Chris Sabin as world champion, and I love Sabin, but he's really not world champion material. I'm hoping Bullet gets the belt back in 2 weeks. And now they hire freaking Tito Ortiz, which you know they're going to probably have some match between him and Rampage Jackson at the pay-per-view or something. God, this is so frustrating as a wrestling fan. Give me your thoughts in the box below. Comment, subscribe. Peace.